You are Sir Graham, the bravest and most honorable knight in the troubled realm of Daventry. King Edward the Benevolent, aged ruler of Daventry, has summoned you to the castle for reasons unknown.
Greetings, Sir Graham. The King is expecting you. Allow me to escort you to His Majesty's throne room.
Thank you, Sir Knight.
Raise the portcullis.
I am at your service, my king.
I am an old man, Sir Graham. Perhaps too old to carry the weight of this crown. My bones ache, my hands tremble. I am afraid my time on earth grows short. But enough about me. Great misfortunes have befallen Daventry since the loss years ago of 3 magical treasures. I have chosen you, the finest knight in all of Daventry, to search for these lost treasures. Only then can this kingdom be restored to its former glory. And only then may I rest with the knowledge that my people are safe. The first treasure is a magic mirror that foretells the future. The second is a magical shield that protects the bearer from all mortal harm. The third and last is an enchanted chest that is forever filled with gold. I know that what I ask is difficult, nay, perhaps impossible. The dangers are many, but you are brave and pure of heart. That is why I chose you to volunteer. If you succeed, you will inherit my crown and rule the realm of Daventry as her rightful king. Go, Sir Graham, and know that the fate of Daventry lies in your hands.
Take heart, my king. I shall not fail you.
You have disabled dead ends. The game will be fully playable from beginning to end, and you will never get into a situation where you are forced to restart from the beginning. This is the biggest oak tree you've ever seen. Its trunk seems to be about 10 feet around, and the thick, sturdy branches look like they could hold many times your weight. Finding plenty of footholds in the coarse bark of the tree, you easily clamber up the trunk to the branches above. You can't reach the net. You carefully lift the golden egg out of the nest. This is a well-tended carrot patch. The carrots look tempting to a hungry traveler. You pluck a plump orange carrot from the ground. nothing. You need to be in. When you tempt the old goat with the carrot, he starts to follow you. You had better wait. As you wade deeper, the goat forgets about your carrot and the goat appears to have nothing. When you A majestic old tree stands nearby. That's strange. You don't remember this rock being here in the EGA version.
Oh, wow. Meta.
As you start to cross the bridge, a huge, hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. It is a well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You move aside and let the goat take care of this wretched, nasty troll. The goat lowers his head and runs straight for the troll, butting him right off the bridge and into the river below. That's the last you'll see of that troll. This is the gnome's spinning wheel. This is a pile of gold. There is a small pile of straw here. This hole, hollowed into the side of the tree, is the entrance to the gnome's home. It's too dark inside to make out any details, and the gnome probably prefers it that way. You see a wizened old gnome sitting in front of his house, whittling.
Welcome, Sir Graham. I've been expecting you.
I have something that will be of great use to you. But first, Sir Graham, you must answer this riddle.
I'll give you 3 guesses. What is my name? Where in the world did you get that idea? That's not even close. You have 2 guesses left.
Come again?
You still haven't guessed mine. How in the world did you own? Oh, very close, but not quite. You didn't get... Well, here you are. You still... How in the world did you think of that? That's not even close. You only have 1 guess left.
Several nice bushes and plants surround the gnome's home. There's a rock over by the bush, but this rock is nothing compared to the one the gnome lives in. The gnome's house is carved right into the side of the tree. Wandering along the banks of the beautiful lake, you see a cute little elf. The elf is impressed by your friendliness and responds by handing you an elegant little ring.
I've had me eye on ye, Sir Graham. Methinks you might enjoy this little trinket. For just a wee bit of time it has the power to make ye invisible. May it give ye as much entertainment as ye has given me this day.
With that, the elf vanishes. Nothing happens. The ring... A huge wooden door has been built into the base of a steep mountain. You notice a large keyhole in the door. The huge door is locked. You can't open it. This is a miniature shade tree, which gives shade to the squirrels and other woodland creatures. The squirrel seems hesitant about climbing its favorite walnut tree with you standing around. This large, healthy tree is chock full of plump walnuts. There is nothing up there you'll need. There's not... Please don't bother the squirrel. It has a lot of work to do before next winter. You choose a big, meaty-looking walnut from the bunch scattered around. These small, twisted trees make the area seem very strange. The trees in this area of the forest are too misshapen to climb. The plants don't seem to grow very well in this part of the forest. There is a small dwarf right nearby. The sneaky little dwarf caught you by surprise. Did he steal anything from you? There is a mushroom in the meadow on the other side of the raging river. You see a large gray rock. With a small shove, you manage to push the rock a few feet, revealing a shallow hole underneath. There is an intricately carved dagger in the hole. You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself. This is a fine silver dagger with a very sharp edge. You can't read the runes on the blade, but it appears to be an elfish dagger of great antiquity. This weathered old bucket has served the kingdom for years and years. It still holds water as well as it did on the day it was made. A healthy tangle of vines is coiled around the well. This crank is used to lower and raise the bucket into the well. Several unremarkable plants have rooted themselves at the base of the old stone well. Beautiful shade trees abound in this part of Daventry. The old bucket disappears into the darkness. You leap out of the water. This is a large, apparently vacant cave. Damp and cool, the cave is lit only by the sunlight streaming in through the cave's entrance to the west. It is a huge piece of granite. There are some beautiful, fragile little flowers here by the rocks. 2 large boulders protect the delicate flowers by the lake. You wouldn't want to ruin the beauty of this little lake by picking the flowers. There are some beautiful An unusual clover glistens in the middle of the patch. You pick a large 4-leaf clover from the patch. The clear mountain lake is surrounded by steep cliffs. Lush pine trees ring the lake. There appears to be some sort of bowl sitting next to the tree. You pick up the bowl. Inscribed on the inside of this empty ceramic bowl is the word "fill." To your astonishment, something begins to bubble up from the bottom of the bowl. Within moments, the bowl is filled with a hot, savory stew. This log, felled long ago, awaits the woodcutter's fire. The tree was cut from this stump years ago. This beautiful pine tree adorns the woodcutter's backyard. The old cottage is sagging and in great need of repair. The trees were cut from these stumps years ago. An old axe is permanently wedged into the tree stump. The handle has been broken and repaired. The head shows the signs of many sharpenings. The old axe is tightly wedged in the tree stump. You cannot remove it, no matter what you do. It is an ancient, rusty water pump. It probably doesn't even work. Bushes grow here and there around the front of the woodcutter's house. The woodcutter speaks to you, his voice broken with sorrow.
We would welcome you to our home, Sir Knight, but we've had no food for so long. My beautiful wife cannot even rise from her bed. I fear she may die soon.
The woodcutter is overwhelmed with joy.
Thank you, Sir Knight. We shall never forget your kindness and generosity. Please, take my fiddle as a small token of our thanks.
This is the woodcutter's old fiddle. You are holding a large 4-leaf clover. You are holding an ordinary walnut. Your hand tingles slightly as you look at this jeweled ring. This looks like an ordinary carrot. You are holding a lovely golden egg. At the far edge of the lake, you can barely discern a rotten stump and an old fallen log. From here, you can see that the stump is very old and rotting away. A dark hole at the top catches your attention. Inside the rotting stump, you notice a small leather pouch. As you lift the pouch from the stump, you feel its contents shifting inside. When you peek inside the leather pouch, you discover it's filled with diamonds. Nothing happens. Cautiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any. It's a large rock. There's a hole in the side of the log. There is no reason to take this old log with you. Many beautiful trees adorn. Small rocks lay. You are standing in a clearing. The view of the forest is most pleasant here. Many beautiful. Without warning, a wolf darts out of the bushes and runs straight for you. Look out! Don't. Without warning, a wolf. You are in a clearing in the forest. You have the uneasy feeling that someone or something is watching you. It's you, Sir Grant. Lovely wildflowers grow profusely in this beautiful green meadow. There's not. It would be a shame to pick the lovely wildflowers. There's nothing special about this bush.
So you've come back. Good for you, Sir Graham. You haven't guessed my name yet.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Look it up online, because I know how to spell Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, this must be something from the manual that I'm not going to read. The answer to the riddle is Rumpelstiltskin if you use a backwards
Talking to.
alphabet. So
You still
Z
haven't
through
guessed
A.
my name. Ready to take another shot at it?
Which makes this IFNKOBHGROGHPRM.
That's right. Outstanding. I didn't think you were that clever.
Well,
As a
you didn't
reward
have
for your
Google.
sharp intellect, here are some beans. They're no ordinary beans, but it's up to you to find out why. Somebody as smart as yourself should have no problem at all. Well, step over here so I can give them to you. Here you are. Good luck on your quest.
Well, if you don't get it right, you don't get beans, you get a key to there's a door and some rocks that we saw earlier. I'm guessing they get you to the same place, except that the door has this, like, not even maze, but path that's, if you fall off of it, you die. And it's a pain to get through it. But now I'm not really sure where these beans go. So,
You are holding a handful of small beans.
Well, that's helpful. Let's see if I can plant them alongside the carrots.
You can't plant them there. They need special soil.
Soil. Oh, okay. You know, I made this map, just going screen by screen, screenshotting it, throwing it to an Excel for a nice grid, and I don't remember special soil anywhere. When I pause, that's what I've been doing, is looking at the map on the other screen. Where am I? Oh, oops. Well, that was fun.
Your attempt at cliff diving was a smashing failure.
That's not even a pun.
Bushes and the river flows swiftly through this area of the forest. Bushes and rocks seem to complement each other, don't they? Small bushes grow vigorously in this sunny patch of the forest. This is a charming little wooded area of the forest. Pine trees and lush grass grow in the especially rich soil here. You plant the magical beans in the fertile soil. Suddenly, something incredible begins to happen.
I like how the letters up here also shook, so that's something.
What a beautiful sight! The clouds stretch out in every direction beyond you. Near the beanstalk, they even seem thick enough to stand on. At long last, you see the tip of the beanstalk, thinning and curling as it emerges from the cloud layer below.
Seems legit.
Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds. Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your...
Okay, so just sort of guess and check. Okay.
You are in the land of the clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here. These weirdly shaped trees tower over you. There is nothing up there you'll need. You place the shimmering ring upon your finger. As you rub it, you turn invisible. The giant cannot see you since you are invisible. You try, but being invisible makes it impossible. You don't have time for that. The giant would be upon you before you could even begin playing. You try, but the giant with his chest has all the treasure he needs. All he wants from you is to grind your bones to dust. You remove the ring of invisibility from your finger.
Alright, maybe there's something in there that I have to see.
You play. The giant cannot. You are in the land of the clouds. There is a giant here. The trees here are astonishingly tall. They loom over the land above the clouds. You can barely see the tops. There is nothing up. There is no. As you fall, the magic ring slips from your finger.
Oh, sure, the giant can stay up there.
Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your head up.
Okay.
The squirrel seems hesitant about climbing its favorite walnut tree with you standing around. You place the shimmering ring upon your finger. As you rub it, you turn invisible.
Well, I'm glad that had an effect.
The squirrel seems... You remove... Nothing happens.
Okay. See, the key is for this door, but I got the beanstalk instead, which is a little bit easier, or at least faster to traverse.
They're not ready to leave the nest yet. The baby birds do not need anything from you. There's nothing up there you'll need. Besides, you'll frighten the mother bird. Nothing happens. Large moss-covered trees surround a shallow, swampy lake. The huge snake is watching you very closely, and its intentions are less than friendly. The snake is not interested in any of your possessions. The snake is not... This is not a good place to play the fiddle.
Okay. Can I just grab the snake?
There's no way you're getting that close to the snake.
Wanna bet? Okay.
Even if the snake could hear you, it wouldn't have anything to say.
Okay.
The murky water of this swampy lake looks very uninviting. Large moss-covered...
So I tried playing some of this yesterday. I played it without the no dead ends option and decided that was a bad idea after 2 hours of aimless wandering. Which is how I knew some of the things already, like went straight for the goat to get rid of the troll on the bridge. But in this scene, there's supposed to be a fairy godmother who casts some sort of spell of protection, which I assume is to get into the gingerbread house. I don't know how to make her appear. Okay.
Suddenly you hear the heavy footfalls of an ogre. He stomps into the clearing, spots you, and decides to crush the life out of you.
So kind.
You place the shimmering ring upon your finger. As you rub it, you turn invisible. The ogre is confused by your sudden disappearance. Sneak away now while you've got the chance. This ogre is one tough character. Trying to bring harm to him would be a very bad mistake. He's got a very thick skin and a very short temper. The only thing this ogre wants is to kill you. You'd better think about escaping. You remove the ring of invisibility from your finger.
The invisibility ring stops working when you enter the house.
The door is made from chocolate.
So can I eat it?
That's strange. There is no answer from inside the house.
Really?
You check to make sure that the feather...
Oh, that's bizarre.
As the green liquid is terribly goopy, the fire must have been burning underneath it for quite some time. The cabinet on the wall is rather plain and simple. You take the cheese from the cabinet. Nothing happens. The pot is hot enough to burn your hand. The fire must have been burning for a long time. But your hands will get all sticky. You grab the note from the table. There is a message written on the note. Sometimes it is wise to think backwards. This is an extremely fragrant piece of Swiss cheese.
Yeah, that's a lie. Swiss cheese is not that yellow.
Off in the distance, you hear a high, squeaky voice.
I can smell someone tasty in my house.
Oh no, she's cast some kind of spell to keep you from escaping.
Oh, how nice of you to come for dinner.
The witch looks you over carefully.
You're a little too scrawny for my appetite, but I think you're going to make a lovely dessert.
Okay, so...
The witch has turned you into a gingerbread man. Or is that a graham cracker?
Okay, so if I just do this quickly...
You grab the... Nothing. Off in the distance, you hear a high, squeaky voice.
I can smell someone tasty in my house.
Okay, well, that was lucky.
You are near a little gingerbread house in a forest clearing. You are... The path to the front door is lined with little gingerbread boys and girls.
He says that so pleasantly, and yet those were probably real people.
You don't know how long they've been standing there. Eating them probably wouldn't be a wise thing to do. This is an
Cheese. What would I do with cheese? Um,
The woodcutter speaks with joy in his voice.
Sir Knight, bless you. Even now my wife is recovering due to your kindness.
You have already given the woodcutter a bowl filled with stew. To help him now, you must hurry and complete your mission.
Becoming king helps this dude? Is that what I'm getting?
The cupboard is empty.
How can you tell?
You cannot get the pitcher. You cannot do that, Sir Graham. A large fire burns merrily in the fireplace, providing some warmth in the drafty old cottage.
That fire does look merry, I guess. Okay, what's next? Cheese for the squirrel, maybe? Okay, where's the squirrel? Let's go wandering. No, it wasn't here. Oh.
The squirrel is not interested.
Okay.
This is not a good place to throw the dagger.
The goal is to throw it? Throw it at what? Okay, one sec. I think my cat wants out of the room. Good place to stop the segment anyway.